Hey, y'all. As I sat here, as I sat over the weekend and tried to figure out what was wrong with the Knicks, man, I honestly thought about every scenario. Maybe the offensive scheme is not right. Maybe it's the personnel, right? Maybe the coaching staff. Maybe the coach doesn't have the right strategies. Maybe the front office put the wrong combination of players together. And as I did the Knicks at Night podcast last night with a longtime channel favorite, Hoodie Kev, there were others that came in, Big Coach, Dre, Nev the Destroyer came through for a little bit. And Nev the Destroyer said something that kind of parked the car, so to speak. Right? Nev the Destroyer said Tom Thibodeau yells too much. And I thought to myself, Nev the Destroyer just said Tom Thibodeau yells too much, but doesn't Tom Thibodeau yell all the time? Then it dawned on me, Nev the Destroyer is absolutely right. Nev the Destroyer is absolutely right. In my opinion. Or at least, if he's not absolutely right, maybe he's giving us something to think about. Has Tom Thibodeau taken the joy out of playing basketball for these players? Has Tom Thibodeau ground these kids into the ground, grounded to the ground? I'm sorry. You know what I mean. Did Tibbs, are these kids tuning Tom Thibodeau out now? Is his message not getting through anymore? Is all this obsessive yelling too much? Yes, in my opinion. I think Tom Thibodeau may have taken the joy out of playing a game. Listen, winning is important and everybody wants to do it, right? But you know what else everybody wants to do? They want to play. They want to play. And when you take the joy out of playing and you're losing, people tend to tune you out. I see it in the manual quickly. I see a kid that was super positive when he got here, churchy guy, good family, you know what I'm saying? Ultimate team player, wanted to do a lot of things for the team, unselfish. And he gets with Tibbs. Tibbs tell him like, no, shoot it every time you get it. Shoot it every time you get it. And Tibbs is yelling at him to do that. Right? You got a little background, got a little feedback playing in the background. Let me stop that real quick while I do that. Yeah, no, I'm always on the grind. I'm always on the grind, right? But I do it. I'm always on the grind for y'all. But that's neither here nor there, right? So what I'm saying to y'all is this. What I'm saying to y'all is this. I think the yelling may have to stop. I think Tibbs has to take his foot off the gas and allow these kids to be themselves, at least for a little while. Let them be themselves. Let Obi play make. Stop. If you're the only big he allows to play make is Randall. And it's frustrating. You don't let Obi be the player he was at Dayton. That's frustrating. You don't let Hartenstein be the player that we all know is in there. That's frustrating. You don't let Mitch shoot the ball at all. That's frustrating. You don't let Jericho Sims use his Euro. You don't let Jericho Sims shoot away from the basket because of some kind of innate 1990s fear. All the yelling all the time, all the restrictions, right? All these things Tom Thibodeau puts on these kids, and the one thing he doesn't let them do is play, right? unbridled. Let them play. Tom Thibodeau is overbearing. And you can tell by these. Listen, Never the Destroyer made a point. He was like, it's not like the Knicks don't get open shots. We just don't knock them down. I think that has to do with Tom Thibodeau ruining these kids' confidence. I think Tom Thibodeau ruins these kids' confidence because when these kids first get here, you see a certain thing, and then after a while, you see that thing go away. I think it's all Thibs. I think Thibs does that to him. It's the Thibs effect. Tom Thibodeau with all this old school yelling, you can tell that it's affected RJ Barrett. You can tell that it's affected Cam Reddish. You can tell that it's affected Obi. You can tell that it's affected quickly. Right? In a little while, if things remain the same, it's going to be the same thing for Grimes. Now, when I say this, do I mean you need to get rid of Tom Thibodeau? Hell yeah, if you don't stop yelling. If Tom Thibodeau don't let loose of the reins a little bit, give these kids some room to grow on their own, stop being overbearing, stop yelling at everything, then you got to get him out of here. These kids want to play free. And when I watch these other young coaches around the league, they are the opposite of Tom Thibodeau, and they're more successful with less talent. Tom Thibodeau is ruining talent by being an overbearing, hateful boss. Won't allow these kids to use their talent. Yelling all the time. You see it. You see the struggles. You see Cam Reddish struggle. You see Obi struggle. You see RJ struggle. You see Grimes struggle. You see Quickly struggle. You see Miles McBride struggle. Can it be all of these kids, or is it their coach? Am I advocating for firing Tom Thibodeau? No. Unless he keeps on yelling. If Tom Thibodeau is going to continue to be the Grinch that stole Christmas, get him out of here. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You don't want that as your coach. Is that what you want? You're a mean one. Is that what you want as your coach? No. Kids want to play free. And you can add, if you don't want them to play totally free, you can at least compromise. Let them play free sometimes and then reel them in. Let them play free sometimes and then reel them in. Tom Thibodeau, this is ridiculous. All this yelling, all this control. Tom Thibodeau never sits down during the game. What are we doing out here? Knicks fans, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Man, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'm your main man, Uncle Freezy. I'll be on rocking with y'all in a little while. I just had to come out here and flex some video muscle out here real quick. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace, y'all.